I don't know if you saw the opening ceremony for CERN when they did the Hadron Collider, and it was just so demonic. It was so obvious, and like it had like the Eye of Ishtar, and all this sort of ISIS.
Well, someone sent me a video recently. They said that the CERN symbol is 666.
Yeah.
And
it's like, it's just maybe I might even put a little clip of it on the video so they can see it while we're talking about it. It's so obviously demonic, and I feel like as Christians, it's like we don't have to fear that or worry about it, because that the occult, the enemy will just mimic what's going on in the spirit. So as he's mobilizing, and it is almost like a portal to the spirit world or another dimension. But for me, I'm thinking back to that mountain, Jesus coming back, and it's like they're doing that because actually in God's kingdom there's a similar thing going on where there's portals opening up, and we've got an assistant pastor in our church called Colin. He's very prophetic, and he's an architect, and one day he just had a load of clients, and he couldn't make the early morning prayer meeting. He said, I'm going to have to work, I can't make it. And I was in the prayer meeting, and I just felt the Lord start talking to me about portals, which isn't really a normal thing I would talk to in the church, talk about in the church. And I said to the guys in the prayer meeting, I just really saw a portal, and just felt like God was saying, I'm going to come down. And so I shared it with the guys on the Tuesday morning prayer meeting. And after the prayer meeting was over, I thought, I'll go and encourage Colin. And I went and got some donuts from Tim Hortons. I went over to his office where he does all his drawings. And he's like you, he journals, and he's got this little book where he writes his prophetic words. And he goes, this morning while you guys were in the prayer meeting, I just thought I'll just wait on the Lord quickly while I'm at work, and I'll just write down what he tells me. And I just got this word, portals. And I was like, no way, I've just literally been sharing in the prayer meeting about portals.
Oh, come on.
And like I feel like we can sometimes brush all these things to one side. But they are significant, and I feel like there are portals in the kingdom of heaven. There are portals opening up all across the world for God to come and invade our space, for the Holy Spirit to come down, the angels to come down. The Lord's Prayer, Jesus says, this is how you pray. And he said, as it is in heaven, let it be on earth. Well, heaven includes angels. It includes the Spirit of God, and forgiveness and healing, and there's no sin, And I think part of this third day awakening does include all this stuff, what I mean? And I know we're brushing over it and just summarizing, I would, I'd say go away, study these things, look online, look in the Bible, but there's definitely something cracking, something opening up, isn't there?
The spiritual world,